From the Tennessee Valley Weather Channel, this is your weather at noon.
Hey folks, good afternoon. Thanks for joining me for your February 15th edition of your live weather at noon here in the Tennessee Valley Weather Center. Starting here with a look at the radar network over the last 8 hours. This morning was really good sleeping weather. We had those widespread showers and even a rumble of thunder here and there moving on through. Really, most of us didn't see that, though. I only saw a couple here and there. We're kind of on the wrapping side of the system now. Showers definitely much more scattered. We're not seeing that big widespread batch of light to moderate rainfall. That's going to continue to be the story over the next several hours. Taking a look at some conditions across the area, still that very stubborn cloud deck. We have seen a few areas that are partly sunny, which is to say some sun has broken through, but I don't expect that to necessarily be widespread in the upper 40s here in Florence, but I have seen some lower 60s, in fact right at 60 in North Alabama. Hopping across the state line, still some showers ongoing, as you noticed on the radar a moment ago here in southern Tennessee. In fact, there you go, the radar just updated in the images as well. And you can see actually some pretty decent moderate rainfall, I would call it, here in Savannah. Temperatures at 54, and of course, no surprise, dew points right there at it. Got a saturated atmosphere during rain. So we'll probably see those upper 50s in southern Tennessee, not much warmer than that, 55, 56, 57 degrees. Better shot at seeing 60 in North Alabama, I'd say near the Tennessee River, especially south. We've already seen a 60 here and there, so that's kind of where those warmer temperatures will be. But as we continue to wrap with that system, that low pressure core will actually move over us, really kind of capping our highs for most of us across the area. So there are those kind of scattered shower chances. They really fade away quite quickly as that system pushes through. Northerly winds take over. There it goes, right? So as we head through sunset and beyond, we get those northerlies kicking back in. That's drier air, temperatures cooling back down to, let's call it lower 40s for our lows tonight. Perhaps not great stargazing conditions, but we will be at least dry. But watch this, things really start to change for the better as far as outdoor conditions are concerned as we head through tomorrow. No Monday blues here. Those clouds burn off really quite quickly through the late morning, and we're already going to be back by, I'd say, 11, 12 o'clock in the 60s, and we'll be in the mid to upper 60s tomorrow. Let's call it about 66 or 67 on average across the Tennessee Valley. Just wonderful, wonderful conditions to start our work week. I think that's the beginning of that spring-like trend, the beginning, right? It only escalates from there. Let me show you why. So that low pressure, it's off the screen here, becomes a little bit of a nor'easter, but it actually avoids the coast quite a bit. Then we get kind of more southerly winds, right? No more rain for now. Those nice moist conditions out of the Gulf really start to kind of create a very rich moisture atmosphere in the mid-level. So I think by Tuesday and by Wednesday, that kind of midweek time frame, we could be seeing more clouds than we are sun, but at least we will be dry, at least for the most part there in that time frame, so I don't see any issues there. Certainly we'll see those 70s, but watch this towards the end of the week, towards Friday especially, we start to see isolated shower and thunderstorm activity, and I think the kind of core of that front pushes through late Friday, maybe in the first half of Saturday. It's a little hard to say right now because it is several days out, but we are watching that end of week time frame for more activity with that front. And that front does cool us off a little bit in the long term, right? I'm talking out towards 6 days, towards 7 days from now. But check it out. Look at those lower to mid 70s there in that time frame that I was just talking about here before that moves through. It feels more like April than it does February, right? So definitely take full advantage of these 70s because it's not every day in February that you get to have those spring-like conditions out there. Again, maybe more clouds than sun, especially after tomorrow. I think tomorrow is one of the clearer days as that mid-level moisture hasn't fully made it in there. And then, of course, towards that end of the week, first of weekend time frame, that's where I was watching for isolated thunderstorm activity. There's a little bit of instability for it to work with, so it wouldn't shock me if it's not just showers. It could be some rumbles of thunder with that. Perhaps late Friday, first half of Saturday, regardless of the exact timing, which could change over the next several days. I think next weekend we do cool down, so be sure to go outside and enjoy those 70s. Well, thanks for joining me here for your live forecast update, folks. I'll be back with you at 2 p.m. for more from the Tennessee Valley Weather Center.
You're watching the